Happy Thursday to everybody. Finalized a good game plan, ready to get back into the Coliseum and compete for another Pac-12 South victory against a good Arizona State team. Nothing really new on the injury front, so with that, I'll take any questions that you have.
JT's not cleared his protocol?
Has not cleared his protocol, was able to throw routes on air today, but has not been cleared yet for contact.
What stage is he at? Is he close to clearing it?
The doctors will let me know. As soon as he clears all of it and is able to play, I'll let you know. But as of right now, he has not been cleared.
If he's cleared when you get the report tomorrow morning, is that enough time to play him, or do you share the spot? Or
he knows a lot of it, Dan. But right now, with it being late in the week and still not cleared, it's 50-50 at best if he's even cleared, and it's probably leaning probably more towards not. If he gets cleared, we'll cross that bridge when he comes. But as of right now, he's just where he can just do routes on air and not even contact. And remember, we're always going to be safety first with kids. So that's the best hint I can give you.
So do you want to make a decision tomorrow morning?
I'm going to listen to the doctors tomorrow. One more time, I take it day by day and make all personnel decisions on that. I'm very fortunate because we got the best team of doctors here in the world, and I lean on them. And if there's even a gray area, obviously we're not going to put a kid out there. When he's ready and everything's cleared and he's passed all tests in all phases, then he'll be out there. Right now, he's able to throw routes on air and do some light exercise.
Could you see going, if he's cleared, going with Jack, but having him available, something like that?
No, Dan, I think it's going to be yes or no. I'm not going to ever put a kid out there. He's either cleared or he's not cleared, and I'm not going to risk a kid's health ever. So, Jack has had a great week of work, as well as Helton and Brandon. They're ready to go, and if doctors walk in tomorrow and say, "Coach, it doesn't look good," it doesn't look good, and we'll move on to the next week and see where he's at next week.
Are you able to get cleared Saturday morning?
We'll make that decision tomorrow. Really, to be honest with you, you get to Friday night, we got a 12 o'clock game. I'm waking up, making decisions. I'm getting dressed to go into the park.
What have you seen from Helton and Brandon?
They're doing a nice job. The good thing is they've been in the meetings. Even though they have not gotten the physical reps, they've been in all the meetings. We've carried Helton to every game as a backup quarterback. So he's learned game plans. He's prepared for game plans, and that's why you train a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth quarterback just for these situations. And got a lot of faith in Jack and Helton and Brandon that when called upon, they'll do their job.
Coming off a tough loss like the one you just had, and looking to try to improve, how do you go about making sure that either the players in question, your staff under you, is being held accountable to you? Like, what's the process in terms of making sure that they feel that?
Well, accountability is always something that it's a daily. It's not just something you just spring up and say, "Hey, let's talk about accountability." It's an everyday thing with us, and our coaches and our players work tirelessly to try to win football games and do the things the right way and teach kids. For us, we did have a tough loss at Utah, a loss that we're going to make the corrections off of. That I thought we were ultra attention to detail this week on trying to get fundamental and technique things fixed so we don't lose those one-on-one battles and that we lost last week, and then come back to the Coliseum and put it on tape and see where we're at. But I'm not worried about the accountability of our players or our coaches. I know how hard they work and how hard they work for a championship, and this is a big step towards that. Is a big Pac-12 South game that keeps you tied, up at the top, and it's a game that we need. So I appreciate how hard our kids and our staff are preparing this week. They've done it every week, so I never question their effort or accountability. It's for us. It's about I hope to see the execution.
I guess that's more of what I'm asking in terms of if the execution isn't there, or if it doesn't seem like the game plan is coming out the way you're hoping it is. How do you go about making sure that there's an urgency felt in it needs to be fixed or else something else happens?
Well, obviously, guys, as far as players, the best player plays, and if there's somebody that can do a job better than somebody else, they're going to go in there. you know, and obviously all coaches are judged on their performance. It starts with myself, you know, and that's the world we live in as coaches. We're in a high-risk profession, and we all understand that we're in a production-based profession, you know, so we're tirelessly working, one, to help our kids win games. That's first. You know, this mix of both experience and youth coming together, we're trying to build the youth as fast as we can and lean on our experience. And we know at the end of the day we'll be judged by our production.
Can you kind of make it with a simpler game plan? Can you make that almost work for you on a week like this in terms of execution and all that? You know.
Yeah, you know, I think, and we went in and tried to be simple, Simon, not really creating any new concepts or ideas, but things that our kids are good at, and I look forward to seeing how it pans out. You know, I think T's done a nice job of just saying, hey, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to do things that we think that Jack can handle, and if JT got back late, that he would be able to handle also on not a lot of reps this week. So it is a simple Simon game plan, and I think our kids will play fast off of it.
Last year you were playing ASU last week of October, coming off the loss of Notre Dame, kind of similar situation this time around. What's the key to getting a team to bounce back?
You know, the beauty of here and why I enjoy this place so much is I'm dealing with the best of the best in the world as far as players and coaches and their expectations and what they want for themselves. It's not too hard. They immediately came back and worked their tails off this week, and they know how important this game is to us. To be able to stay at pace with everybody else is important. So they've had a good week of preparation. Now it's time to go play the game. To be honest with you, it's going to be fun to play in the daylight and you know, let the Coliseum be back in the Coliseum and have some fun out there. So I'm looking forward to watching it.
How much is the home streak? Is it something even talked about? How much of a factor is that going into a game like this?
I don't know if it's a streak, Dan, as much as, you know, I stood the seniors up today, and just so the younger guys understood how special it has been for these seniors, what they've accomplished and what they can accomplish this year, and a lot of what we want to do is going to be factored by this game. That's how important it is. And you know, yes, we've won a lot of games, and this bunch has won a lot of games, 19 in a row in that Coliseum. But I think it's more about every time we step in there, how we represent the tradition of that place. It's a place of history. It's a place of tradition of excellence, and we walk in there. Not only are you playing for your brotherhood, playing for your team, but you're representing SC every time that you walk into that place, and that's something that we've sold to our kids from day one, and they take a lot of pride in it. And we're very fortunate, knock on wood, to have had the opportunity to go 19 straight.
When was that you presented the seniors in front of the rest of the team?
Today. I stood them all up in the team meeting, and so everybody understood. I've always thought, especially when you have an early game, how important the last 48 hours of preparation are. Sometimes the hay is never in the barn, and you know, today's preparation as far as red zone, when you're talking about a team that only gives up 21 points a game, every time you walk down there, you better come away with a touchdown because they're going to be invaluable. And also, you know, we've been good at having some non-offensive touchdowns the last two games, trying to produce something in the kicking game as well as on defense. And anytime that you're playing, any defense is playing as good as Arizona State's, it needs to come from all three phases. So I wanted everybody to understand that just because it's an early game, we have Thursday and Friday, and the sense of urgency to finalize this prep needs to be felt for these seniors because we got a lot to accomplish for them. All righty, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ray.
Thank you.